And I always encourage everyone, don't take our word for it. Check it out yourself. And if you're going to do something, or you're thinking about it in the future, or make sure you have all the proper information and make sure that you do it and follow all the proper
procedures and laws.
Thank you.
Incidentally, the gentleman, Michael, who sent the original information in,
is
an attorney.
Yes, he is.
So it's got to be fairly close. But
yes.
Do your own homework. We're just warning you that we can make mistakes, and so can our listeners. So there you go.
I know a lot of these programs are shortwave, and sometimes the message can become a little bit...
Oh, believe me. I mean, you talk about distortion. I mean, I get letters from people. Did you say that coin or that stock was going to $8,000? And I said, no, that's not what I said. It was $10,000. Anyway, I'm making a joke here, but we do find that sometimes people hear things that we don't say, and it's common.
And lots of times we also talk in generalities, too, because we're not attorneys and so forth. So, this is general information that you can take and use it and become more apt in your knowledge of it, so it does help you.
You're absolutely correct. Well, let's get on here. We've got a question from Robert, and he wants to know about leverage relating to mining shares and how it's calculated, how it's valued. And let's make it simple. Gold, $1,000 an ounce, goes to $2,000. The cost of a mining gold, if it happens, this movement in price, if it happens in a short period, say a year, the chances of increase in cost for the mine might be 10 or 15%, but the stock might go up 5 times. So that's where the leverage comes in mining stocks. And the same sort of leverage exists in numismatic coins. There's only so many of them out there, especially in MS-graded coins. And so you have leverage there as well, not leverage due to costs. You have leverage due to the absence of the absence of available coins for purchase. They only made so many of them, and a lot of them, are essentially circulated, which you don't want. If you want that sort of thing, you buy bullion coins. But anyway, history has taught us that in the past that shares have done very well to large multiples. And, I'm looking at the situation which we discussed a little bit earlier with COMEX and SLD and SLV. If they implode, all that money is going to move into bullion, coins, and shares. So there could be a big bonus coming because of the problems that are inherent in those vehicles. So that's something you should keep in mind. I just got a letter from another attorney who's a listener and a subscriber, and he tells us in his letter that they're trying to stop gold mining in the Amazon, and if they do that, it's going to have a very positive effect on the price of gold. So that's another thing that we hadn't considered. As you know, gold production is dropping, and so that would help gold go higher. And the Chinese want all of their 1.6 billion people to own gold and silver, and that should help. I know they all can't buy it, but let's say that some 300 million people out of 1.6 billion buy. I mean, that's a lot of gold and silver. So we're sitting on a volcano here. And, you remember I told you gold will start moving $5 or $10 at a time, and then it'll go to $20 at a time, and then you'll have $50 swings during in the course of the day. And we get over 2,000, the swings will be 100 points a day. That's why you can't trade these things. You get long and you stay long. Okay. Thank you, Robert. Next.
Here, can I do mine? And then you can do yours?
No, of course not.
No.
Go ahead.
According to Michael Pinto, chief economist at Delta Global Advisors, says go for the gold. Inflation is here and going to get much, much worse. Says has a more fundamental critique of the coverage. Why would anyone listen to this guy in the first place? Pinto wonders, and that's Bernanke told us the recession wasn't even going to occur.
Yeah, well, why don't they pull in the quantitative easing, which is nothing more than print and paper? If his exact words were, I think the recession is probably over. The operative word is probably. It makes the sentence totally worthless. And with that said, if he really thought the recession was over and did say that, which he did not, then he would stop quantitative easing. But they can't stop it. That's the bottom line. They stop it, and the world stands still. Everything falls apart. So remember that. Are we ready for the next question?
Yeah, and I just want to mention something, too, before you go on to your next question.
No.
Is, folks, don't sell your gold for other investments. Don't let anyone take your gold from you. I don't care what they're pitching you and how good it sounds. Please do not sell your gold for other investments.
Well, I don't think anybody should be in the stock market at these levels, I'll tell you that.
Well, just don't let anyone talk you into selling your gold for any other investment. Don't let them, there's a dealer out there, they're big silver, they're big pushers with silver. They want you to trade your gold out into silver. I mean, don't churn yourself. Don't do it. If you don't have any silver, well then trade a coin or two. But folks, most of you, all my customers, most of them are evenly positioned. So, give me a call if you have anyone calling you and pestering you.
Incidentally, this Jason, what's his last name? Jason, he writes about stocks and investments in gold and silver. And Jason H. Hormel. You ever hear of him?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he says that, anyway, don't order your silver through Kitco, nor Perth Mint, nor Johnson Matthey, nor A-Mark, nor Northwest Territorial Mint, nor Sunshine Mint. Other bad dealers are Monex and Goldline who offer leveraged silver. And I'm just quoting Jason Hormel.
Well, he's a young kid, and he got a lot wrong, but he's got a lot right. He's got a lot right there.
I think he said a mouthful there.
Yeah, he did.
And I'm not going to comment. Everybody can, decide for themselves. Just making a commentary. Here we go. Melody.
What?
Oh, my God. Do you know anything about Great Panther mining? And all I know about Great Panther is that it's losing money. It is overpriced. I can't find out how many shares are outstanding. So whoever wrote this to me, Tom, if you can tell me how many shares are out, I'd like to know it. Because usually these kinds of deals, they've got shares coming out of their eyeballs. And what you want in a company like this is a number of shares outstanding which would be in the vicinity of perhaps 45 to 70 million. That would be reasonable. But most of these things have more stock out than that. And that takes all the leverage out of them. And so anyway, I can't really make an informed commentary, because they can't get enough information on the company, and I did look it up. Melody and Bob. Bob, will there be a trade war with China? The answer is absolutely. This is from Anthony. Also, I've heard China will buy gold, but try to do it without driving the price up, and that's probably true. How will they do this? Are they more interested in stocks? I don't think so. I think they may be buyers of stocks, but I think they really want gold and silver bullion, and I think they want to put it in their vaults, and I also think they want their public to have that. You see,